This survey was taken. I'm in love with like charts and surveys. I also like to get the background information though, because you never know, if it's an accurate source. But again, the survey was taken October of 2017. So if anything, I think things have maybe gotten worse as far as unnecessary spending. But this is the United States teen spending by category. So obviously the highest thing for upper income, which is going to be the dark blue, and then the light blue is going to be average income. And then the numbers show that average income, they did the head of household income is about $55,000. And then upper income head of household is about $101,000. So that just gives you a breakdown of how much these families are making and then how much their children are spending. But again, all the numbers, even with someone making half, their family making half of that income, they're still kind of close to each other. For example, food, upper income teens are spending 22% of their money on food versus average income teens spending 20%. That's still close together. Car, accessories, cosmetics, you name it, electronics, gadgets, which is weird because right now it's kind of a necessity with everything being in the virtual world as far as our classes and Zoom goes. So I would like to see, I was looking for a more recent chart to see how that works, but so kind of shifting perspectives, we're seeing a lot of things become more of a need with this pandemic, but at the same time, some of them are still wants, such as like video games, concerts, although we're not, doing concerts right now, movies, nice customized furniture, stuff like that. And then it's kind of sad because books and magazines are way at the bottom at 1%, showing that obviously teens are more prone to spending money on food and clothing rather than books. Everyone just has their own, issues with beginning life and beginning budgeting and savings and stuff like that. So obviously you guys do not have a full-time job, or most of you don't. Some of you may, again, with the pandemic and how far you are in school, things may change that. But I'm assuming most of you do not have a full-time job. I'm also assuming most of you do not have a mortgage. But these basic budgeting skills can help you plan and set up for lifelong success in life, because let's face it, I'm sure a lot of you do want to have, a mortgage in life, a safe place to call your own home. So just take into consideration, the earlier you start planning and budgeting, the better and more successful you are. And then budgeting as a beginner is always where we all start. So everyone just starts off learning the basics as a beginner. And then I will start going into these slides. Sorry, I'm pulling up my notes. Okay, so some people start with a disadvantage at life. From the discussions I've had with people in numerous programs that I've helped out with, other nonprofits, I'm in school to be a social worker, so I just have a lot of different clients. A huge thing is most of them have faced challenges that I've never faced personally, or some of them I have faced, but in many cases, a lot of people never had like the normal, productive, healthy lifestyle, nor has their parents taught them about budgeting, which is why good, parenting is critical. So, again, just thinking about budgeting and how you're making money, just do it in the most ethical and responsible way. There are people who, don't pay their taxes and stuff like that, and that can lead to even being more financially burdened and stressed and pushed behind. So just make sure the way you are budgeting and managing your money is healthy when it comes to like the logistics of things. And then addiction can cost you everything, whether that's video game addiction, substances like cigarettes or alcohol, anything like that, gambling addiction. It is very costly. And I notice a lot of young adults getting into those bad habits, whether it's being addicted to shopping or being addicted to shoes or being addicted to makeup, just making sure that your addiction doesn't get the best of you. And then very little of what we have is truly necessary, which means how much do we really need in life? I feel like as an American, and including myself, I think a lot of things are a necessity. I'm like, oh, I need this, I need this, I need these, I need this laptop holder, I need this thing to organize. And yes, like I may need it for the short time being, but in the end of the day, very little is truly a necessity. So we need to weigh out what's a need versus a want, or what's a necessity versus a want. And then change is possible, but it's not easy. Again, like I said, I did make not the best decisions growing up, opening up credit cards at a young age, putting, again, wants on it, not needs. And so again, change is possible, but it is not easy. It's something you work towards every day in order to change your old habits or overcome addictions. I used to be just addicted to buying makeup, and makeup I don't even know how to do, contours and all this stuff. But again, I knew I needed to break that habit, or else I was just going to continue to fail at my goals as far as budgeting. Poverty is more about circumstances and decision than it is about intelligence or laziness. A lot of times people say, oh, somebody is poor because they're lazy or they're not intelligent. And that's not true at all. You can't judge based on that, because that has nothing to do with it. It's about the circumstances and decisions ultimately. Because there are a lot of hard workers in this world, and as of now, we can see a lot of hard workers being laid off or being furloughed on their jobs because of a pandemic. So just always remember that if you do get down on yourself, just know you're not lazy. Life is about living through your mistakes, and just learning from past mistakes. And there are many ways you will be blessed for serving. So again, just like when I started volunteering at a shelter before, I wanted to help people in need. And then hopefully during that time, in some way, I was able to help people, just get back on their feet and make them, feel more stronger and confident about themselves. But I just always knew that it's not my place to judge anyone. Everyone's human and everyone lives life differently. But it is my place to just try to help people when they do want help, and wanting that second chance in life and stuff like that. Alrighty, I know that was wants versus needs. It's a struggle that I'm sure we all have issues with, and we just need to make a list of what we want. That's what I started to do. So every month I started a list of just everything, and then I would separate it by wants and needs, and then I would even separate it from the cost. So if my needs left me with a little extra disposable income, disposable as in money I've earned that I can kind of play around with, I would save at least half of that, and then the other half I would get a want. I don't do that every month, obviously, because I would like to save more versus just disposing my income. But just, calculate required expenses. As I said, I do that every month. Do a little bit of math. It's very simple, knowing, what you need. So, talk about fun stuff. It is nice to spoil yourself. Again, you don't need to spoil yourself every week or every day, but it is nice to splurge on yourself. And then get your wants when needed. So again, splurge on yourself, but not all the time, because you're going to have an unbalanced budget, and the goal in life, at least I'm assuming you guys are here, the goal is to have a balanced budget. Like think about the what ifs, so just having, money away for things that you don't plan, because life is unpredictable. Having a bill lowering session. So I did the Google spreadsheet. I wrote all my bills down, and I'm just like, do I need Spotify when my best friend has it, and we can do Spotify family for half the price of each other having a Spotify account, and we can get up to 5 people on Spotify family. So we're each paying $2 a month versus $10 or $12 each, which we ended up just merging accounts. Same with Netflix, same with Hulu, just like merging accounts. And that just helps. Even $40, $50, $60 a month, you're going to notice that savings. Creating a monthly budget. Again, you need to be on top of your budget because you do not want to be living check to check. I've had to see adults do it my entire life, and it just, it creates a lot of stress and anxiety. And the best thing in life is to try to be as anxiety and stress free as possible. Track what you spend every month, just to see if I kind of ate out a little too much, kind of went to Starbucks a little too much, just to try to cut out unnecessary spending. Have a no spend day. Today I'm actually having a no spend day because of the Black Lives Matter movement. So I'm participating in something like that today. Plan your retirement income. It's never too early to start planning your retirement income. I know you all are young, but yeah, never too early. And then unsubscribe your email. I get so many emails like, oh, buy this, buy that. And it lures me to online shopping. So just me slowly unsubscribing from emails have helped with that. Taking an online course. I don't know if any of your schools offer online courses, but that helped me get so far in my education by doing online courses, especially when there's downtime and free time. Sell your stuff. I'm sure a lot of you guys have good things in your closet or in your drawers that you don't use anymore. And somebody's trash can be another person's treasure. So you never know. Sell your stuff. Do some laundry. Do some cleaning. Just cleaning, stuff like that gets you in a healthy mindset, and just, decluttering is super nice. Meal prep if you're able to. I'm never able to meal prep because I end up eating the next meal too early. So if you're trained better than me, meal prep. And then prep for tomorrow's clothes. Again, I always say I will. Guilty of never being able to, though. For some reason, I can't find anything to wear the night before, but on the day of, I have 2 seconds to find it. Create an emergency kit, something I just started doing, just like a little thing in my car or in my backpack for those weird situations where you cut yourself or you get, just any type of issue. Just have just something for backup. A Band-Aid. Liquid Band-Aid is something I love because it's tiny and it's not as bulgy as Band-Aids. It burns a little bit, but that's how you know it's getting all the infection stuff out. And then put together first aid kit, clean your fridge. I'm sure we can all do a lot of fridge cleaning and organizing, and then just organize your closet. I spent quarantine doing that. I organized my closet by the colors, which was kind of crazy, but